This is the 2025 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club Malt Experiment, Amber Ale. Thanks to our sponsors. 5 Star Chemicals. Check out their new online straight-to-consumer homebrew shop where you can buy everything from Star San and line cleaner to the new liquid PBW that can be used at temperatures as low as 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Check out their online store at 5starchemicals.com/home-brewing. Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store. A local homebrew shop in Danvers, Massachusetts. Order any malt they offer in any quantity you want, and if you order before 11 a.m., they'll package your items and ship out the very same day. Visit the store at www.beer-wine.com. Let's get tasting. What's going on, guys? Nick Lessigore here, Exit 12 Homebrew in the house, and here with another beer review from the Brewtubers Online Brewers Club 2025 Malt Experiment. We all brewed the same amber ale. Myself and Firm Adventures came up with the recipe. We all brewed the same recipe, except the one variable that we all put into it was we all used a different specialty malt. Billy Gamdude Brewing is my boy, my best friend in the club. Love the guy. His entry into the experiment this year was utilizing Melanoidin Malt. Melanoidin Malt is a kiln specialty malt. Brewers use it to add rich, deep, amber red color, intense honey, biscuit, bready flavors to the beer, which is things that I'm expecting. It's supposed to mimic the effects of a traditional decoction mash without the complex process. So this malt is supposed to work well in amber ales, Scottish ales, bocks, and Vienna lagers. So up to 20% of the grain bill. 4.6% was used by Billy Gamdude. And so we're gonna hop into this. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Okay, let's take a look at it. Nice looking beer. It has it would seem a bit of a lighter color than some of the other batches, but it is nicely clear. Look at that. Very nice clarity on that. You can see the fingies twitching. Check it out. That's how I judge clarity, is fingy twitching. So, nice, get the little phalanges going, you know what I'm saying? Got some nice bubbles coming up. There was like a half finger head, which was really nice. And now I'm just kind of sitting on some, a nice little foamage going. Looks like you got some nice big bubbles on the surface there. It was a bit of a rocky head as I was pouring it near the end of the pour. Some nice bubbles right there, nice carbonation. And yeah, you know, it's a nice color. It would come off to be a little bit, there is some chill haze going, so it's tough. I should really let these beers sit out for a little bit before I pour them because there is a nice chill haze there. Overall though, it's really, really clear. Let's get a nose on it. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, you can tell the yeast is kind of, so far, about four beers or so through, you can tell the yeast is the character in the beer here. So I'm getting very similar candy-like flavors. On Matt's, I got like a Kit Kat. And then on mine, I got like a lollipop thing going on. Yeah, this one just has that really nice, like, kind of caramel candy flavor going, almost like Werther's Original. Is that butterscotch? But it doesn't have a butterscotch flavor. It's like the essence of candy. So for this beer, we finished at 4.5%, 35 IBUs. What's really cool about Billy's labels is that he puts his tilt fermentation profile on there, which is really funny. Yeah, I can see where he decided to cold crash. Very cool. All right. Also, he on his cans, he puts in a nice QR code right there, which I love. I've implemented the QR code. I stole that off Billy, so all of my labels should have the QR code. I'm going to get I'm going to get a flavor on this. I'm going to get a tongue, a taster, and we'll see what's doing. L'chaim. Yeah, just real nice. So one of the things I read on this is that it gives off the impression of a decoction mash. This beer, it is straight out of the Keezer, but it does not taste as sweet as the others, which I prefer. It has a level of depth to it. It could be a placebo effect because knowing what the Melanoidin Malt is, it could be a bit of a placebo effect, but it really does give off like more of a depthy character. It leans in a little bit on the bitterness to the hops. It leans in a little bit on the roasty kind of character. It really leans in on the toast. This kind of tastes like a little bit like slightly over toasted wheat toast in a way. That is really nice. I'm not getting the biscuit. I'm not getting that overly sweet kind of character. It does give off this kind of layered effect where I get a little bit of the bitterness and sweetness up front, but then it like middle sip, I'm hitting that depthy kind of roasty, toasty thing going, and then on the back end, I'm getting more of that bitterness, and which kind of settles out. It does sit on the palate a little bit, like I'm still kind of tasting it, but again, that's a 4.5% beer. It has a lot of character to it. I know we all kept the same fermentation, the same mash profile, but this does kind of carry. It is a little bit thicker than some of the other beers. It's more well-rounded than mine is, I can tell you that. What I mean by that is that with the beers, what you see is what you get. It's not like boom, 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 you're getting kind of different things. With this beer, you're really getting the different kind of levels. There's levels to this-ish. You know what I mean? There's levels to it. Billy understands that. Billy is going to be the first one to tell you, he's not that good of a brewer, this, that, and the other. The reality is he's one of the strongest, and you could make the argument for the strongest brewer in the club. And this beer does it for me. This beer absolutely conveys that. So ratings time. It seems easy. I'm gonna move all the beers down. I'm gonna pop Billy's up at number 1. So we got Billy's, and then Matt's, mine, and then Kurt's. So absolutely, all these beers have been very good. They've been very close. This is the first beer I've had that kind of went against the grain with the others to this point in a good way. This is really kind of my ideal amber ale. And this is something that I would have no problem entering in a competition. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm definitely digging on it. Thanks so much for watching. Billy, thanks so much for entering the experiment. Really appreciate it, buddy. Love you. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Until the next review, l'chaim.